Alright, I am installing my steering coupler. The steering column is out, the shaft is out of the column, okay, and all I'm going to do right now is drop this. Okay, just gonna load it up with grease. Alright, well, I'm gonna grease it. Alright, so just threw some grease on there. Alright, now just make sure it moves around freely and whatnot in there and blah blah blah. Drop shit, get it all over the place. Alright, now I have to kind of go through this video a little bit fast because I didn't finish charging my battery properly. But I wanted to get this video done and I wanted to work on the truck, so here we are. Okay, so sliding it in the shaft for now. Okay. Now, there's already grease in there. As you can see, there's way too much. I'm pretty sure that this has already been done before. And it's very simply because on the old bolts, you can see there's some thread locker on there. Now it seems like it's very old though, as you can see. Alright, now my old one, it was so worn out that what was happening was it was vibrating in here so much that it created grooves on both sides. Okay, now if you look at the new one, there's no grooves at all. So now you have to understand that 1/4 inch right there, whatever it is, I'd say it's about a 1/4 inch of play, that turns into a good, I don't know, I mean, a couple inches of play in the steering wheel, because the translation from here to the end will show up, you know, with a lot of when you turn the wheel to one side, it'll grab and it'll start turning, and then when you go to the other side, it's a gap before it grabs to turn the other way. And basically that is the reason why. Also, the old one didn't have this bracket, which I am not positive exactly how this bracket goes, to be honest with you. But basically we're going to figure it out here, because I really don't have much of a choice but to put it on here in order to try to make everything work properly. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just taking these bolts out. Unfortunately, most of the time I work with one hand because I keep leaving my other camera that has a hook for it wherever I am not working. Okay, so basically this is going to go in here like this, or not. It's supposed to go in there. There we go. Come on, get in there. I know you get in there. I already fit you in place. Alright. Alright, I need another hand. Okay, so now it's in. Okay. As you can see, now the bracket goes over the top. I am pretty sure. I've never done this before, as most of the things I do on this truck I have never done before. But as far as I'm concerned, it seems like this is the only way that it could go. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to tighten it down. Okay, now basically this is kind of like from what I understand it to be, this is basically just like a shock absorber for your steering wheel, so you don't get all the vibrations coming into your hands while you're trying to drive. Okay, now I have to screw these back down because I had removed them, and I have to tighten these 2 bolts. Okay, it's in, it's tightened. Okay, now I'm gonna shove the steering column right back through the firewall. Okay, I shoved it through. Just loosely fit some screws here to hold it in place. I did not connect any wires yet. Did not put the steering wheel back on yet. It's just loosely in here. Now I'm going to go into the other side of the firewall. Okay, now here we are at the firewall. And the reason I loosely fit it in is so that I can move it around still. Okay. Now, this clip comes in this side. Oops, sorry. Okay. Sorry. I want to line this up where my bolt is on the top, which I believe I already have to unscrew. And make sure that you put the coupler so that it goes all the way in and locks into these teeth. Alright, so got her in there lined up. Now I'm going to tighten it down. Alright, now this is for this bracket. It goes right here. Okay, now before I tighten this on, since this is a removable bracket, I want to go inside and make sure that that one's on tight and where it's supposed to be before I start tightening bolts on. Alright, as you can see, these brackets are not lining up unless I just put them on here wrong, which I'm not sure. As you can see, it's not lining up. Now, my steering column has been, oh wait, maybe it is. No. I'm gonna go do the inside of the motor because everything I know is in its right spot. As you can see, everything's lining up fine on the inside and outside except for that bracket. So I'm gonna mess with that last. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is I want to put my linkage back together because I want to, let's just throw this here for right now. I'm not going to actually put it on yet. Throw this up here. Okay, now it's just positioned for now so that I can put this on. This one out of the way. Okay. Hopefully you can get a good look at what I'm doing here. Okay, now my linkage. Hey, what's up, man? Okay. I put the linkage on, I put the little clips. As you can hear, it is about to start pouring any second now, so I think I gotta get my ass inside. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, I figured I'd add this on the video. I just got caught in a hailstorm. Literally just fell out of nowhere. And it might pass right away. I will get back to the video in hopefully a minute or two, but as you can see, it's really coming down now. Pretty loud. We don't get much hail here in New York, but apparently we are today. So I will get back to this as soon as I can. Alright, well, while it's hailing out like crazy, I'm going to try and line this thing up here. So, I know you can't see it very well, but this is my next task. I'm trying to get this bracket back on. Just 4 screws, not a big deal. Come on. Idiot! Fuck! 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 Fuck, man.